Hi guys, Louis at Defending Elvis. Welcome. Welcome back again, guys. Oh, I've got a bad cold today. Can you tell? Probably. Um, we caught it from our 19-year-old daughter who has spread it around the whole family. My wife's got it really bad. She's been off work for 2 days, but she's used it to do her Christmas shopping. So she spent 2 days on her phone ordering loads of things. My wife is very generous when it comes to Christmas shopping. It isn't one or two presents each, it's 40 presents each. Obviously, Christmas is very important to all of us here. I love Christmas, it's a very special time. In a few days, we're going to collect a tree from this massive field with thousands of Christmas trees, and it's a very special time for me and the kids, especially the young ones. Yasmin, who's 9, Tina, who's 5. They can pick a tree, and they're going to love their Christmas. They always do. We've always had very special Christmases here. It's quite a private thing. We don't invite loads of people. It's just us. Aurora's mum sometimes comes in the evening. Her brother may visit in the evening, and then Boxing Day, the day after, tends to be the big get-together day for all of us. So, it's our 3rd year birthday as the channel Louis World of Elvis. So Nicola has sent us a beautiful cake. It's on Facebook, and she sent me some gifts as well. Now she sent me 3 pictures. This is all concerning the Elvis room. One I've already given to my son. It's upstairs. It's a big picture of Rocky. Rocky is a massive part of my life. It was a big part of why I was weightlifting. I definitely was inspired by watching Rocky, the original Rocky, to weightlift, to run and stuff like that, to be in good shape when I was only about 17, 18. Yeah. So she sent me that, a beautiful picture. It's a canvas picture that I've given to Rio. Rio's 17. He fell in love with it as soon as he saw it. It has one of Rocky's well-known phrases on it. So he's got that. It's up in his bedroom. Just so you know, Cheryl sent me this. I found it. It went missing. This is one of Cheryl's favorite pictures. Thank you, Cheryl. She sent me a lovely letter, a lovely card, and thank you so much. And it's going to sit here with me. Brilliant, a really great picture. So Nicola, she knows my favorite thing. So this is King Creole, which I'm not going to unpack it because this is for the Elvis room. One day we will have an Elvis room. It's King Creole, my favorite Elvis film. And she also sent me Jailhouse Rock, my other favorite film. So my 2 favorite films have always been Jailhouse Rock and King Creole. She's also sent me things like West Side Story, which is a favorite film of mine, and Rebel Without a Cause. So my Elvis room is going to look amazing. Nicola, thank you very much. Thank you. I send you all love, and Cheryl, thank you so much. Anyone that sends me gifts, that's very kind of you. It shows me you like what I do. You like something about our movement, our Defending Elvis, our family, Team Elvis. We have a family, don't we? We're very special. We're important to each other. I don't think everyone understands this special thing that we have as a Defending Elvis family. It's Elvis defenders that come together with one thought in our minds to help defend Elvis, to restore Elvis's reputation as a human being back to how it should be. Of course, we know that the legend, the legacy doesn't need defending, nor does his amazing talent and the way he looked. But Elvis, the human being, there's a lot of work to be done because how Elvis has been portrayed is very unfair. And many people are saying it now. Ginger Alden, Donna Presley. Remember Donna, a first cousin. Ginger, Elvis's fiance. So, guys, it matters. Elvis does need defending. Yeah. one of my topics. I've nearly brought this up a few times. Yeah. So Priscilla Presley, why does she keep coming up? People confuse it. They think, oh, they're a hate Priscilla channel. I'm not. I'm a defending Elvis channel. We are a defending Elvis channel. Priscilla has done so much harm to Elvis's image and reputation, and I would even say legacy. So many things, in my opinion, have been very unfair to Elvis, and he's never been able to defend himself. It's a scratch record. You've heard it a million times. You know, different things keep getting brought up, different examples of the wrongdoing of Priscilla, not just to Elvis, to Lisa Marie as well, even to Riley, and even to Finley and Harper. So we're a defending Elvis channel, guys. We're going to bring these things up. We're going to discuss them. We're going to share our opinions. We're going to do some research. We're going to try and understand why. Now, you know, Priscilla's a human being. Not everything she has done has been bad. I do think that she's used the name Presley at Gracelands, Elvis's legendary status, the name, you know, the whole, how can I say it? The magic of Elvis. She's used it to her advantage financially, massively. I'm never going to be convinced that she loved Elvis. No, still loves him. He's the love of her life. She still misses him. I'm not convinced because of the life she led after Elvis died and the things that she did before they divorced, during the divorce, and after. So I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced, guys. It plays well for Priscilla because it suits what her narrative as playing the victim and Elvis the bad guy. And financially, it's a massive benefit to her. Always has been, still is. In fact, most people connected to Elvis, if they choose to make money from Elvis, they can. Because Elvis is the only entertainer I know in the world that's ever lived, but every single person that ever knew him or ever had contact with him can make money from his name, from knowing him, from a chance meeting, from working with him, from being related to him. Get it? Married to him, ex-girlfriend. Only Elvis can do that. I can't think of anyone else that has that impact, that even after 50 years, everyone's talking about him. Come on, guys. Elvis is as big now as ever. Yeah? Exactly why we need to defend him. Because unfortunately, yes, all the positive stuff is massive, but the negative stuff as well is massive. So we are trying to minimize the negative stuff and enhance and lift up, raise up the positive stuff, so that Elvis for future generations will be seen in the correct light, not a mixture of the good and the bad, which we want to challenge and disagree with many of the things that have been said, because we just feel some of the things have been exaggerated and twisted, even made up, even lied. Everything we say on this show is for entertainment purposes, so please bear with me because I have a bad cold. I may burst into coughs, but I've got a snivelly nose and a funny throat and a bit of a headache, but I'm well enough to do this. Elvis deserves it. Me and Team Elvis, Elvis Defenders, we're going to do this. So we have Nessa, a highly respected researcher who defends Elvis, Lisa and the bloodline. She's got an amazing Facebook page. Please join her on Facebook. Please follow her. She's helped me many times. She's one of us. She's Team Elvis. Yeah. So she posted this. I've read all these things before, but it got my attention last night. I typed it into ChatGPT. I submitted some old newspaper clippings and some old pictures. ChatGPT came up with a script. I want to read it. I love using ChatGPT, but you know, my videos are not AI videos, but every now and then it does come in handy. You know, I'm not a massive fan of AI, but I think sometimes it can be helpful. So let's have a little look at this. Okay, so I'm going to show you these pictures first. I think there's either 3 or 4 of them. Okay, I'm going to just read what it says on them, and then we're going to read the script. Now, allegedly, Priscilla waved off to Elvis, yeah? And Elvis turned around, looked for her to catch her eye and waved back, right? I'm pretty sure from memory, she puts it in this book and she has repeated it many times on interviews over the last 40 years, okay? Now, I've been brought to my attention that it never really happened, that the whole thing was staged, that Priscilla, that the press made them stand there and wave, and that Elvis didn't turn around to wave at Priscilla, and that whole story has been made up. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes, not fact, just opinion sharing, discussion YouTube channel. That's what we are. But I want to look into it. I want to read it out to you guys. We can then I'll post it to you as a video, and we can discuss it through the comments. And I may even do a live so that we can all join in together and discuss this. Just so you know, guys, we've also done a very good dog walk live today with lovely Ella. Ella is one of us that lasted an hour. And I also posted a video this morning. It's our birthday. It's our 3rd birthday since I started as an Elvis channel. But we became defending Elvis about 15-ish months ago. Okay. But today, 3 years ago, was the first time I made a short Elvis video of Elvis leaving the stage in 1977, and that began our roller coaster ride, which it has been, didn't it? It's been very exciting. It's been exhilarating. It's got our adrenaline going. Adrenaline, look, I've said it, but it's also been a complete nightmare. So we've gone from one extreme to the other, but I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. So Elvis deserves what we're doing, and the fact that we now have people like Donna Presley and Ginger Aldrin and Mindy Miller, people like that have joined our ranks, is pretty impressive. For Louis in his kitchen with a small group called Team Elvis, Elvis Defenders from around the world, coming together 7 days a week to defend Elvis and Lisa, just purely because we love them. Says a lot. Pretty proud. Pretty proud. We have got rid of a major problem. Recently, a certain channel that literally has treated us in the most disgusting way is gone, and we celebrate that. It is what it is, guys. Right, let's have a go. So Priscilla's first photo, PR photo shoot. These are staged photos, had already left. So Elvis had already left the airport to fly home. They weren't waving to anyone. So this was a big setup. Now, I'm not going to say this is fact. This is research, okay? You tell me, guys, is it fact? So there we are. This is a very well-known photo of a very young Priscilla Presley in a car with Elvis. Now, it is said that this was a PR thing, that the press had asked Priscilla to quickly jump in to take the photo. Okay, so if you look at the wording here, it looks like she snuck in the car to pose for a photo for the Life photographer. Judging by the look of Elvis's face, he wasn't happy about it. Now, you know, I wasn't there. Maybe they did go for a drive somewhere. Or did she jump in for the photo? Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, guys? But what I'm trying to show, guys, that all is not as it seems. The thing I've learned about Priscilla, everything she has said, even when she talks about 1959, I feel, just my opinion, not a fact, that she twists and changes the story, even, even makes things up. Just an opinion. She even, sometimes you even get the impression from her that she knew Gladys, which she clearly couldn't have because Gladys passed in 58. She even gives the impression that Elvis and Priscilla were together when she was 14 as a couple, and they definitely were not. Yes, they had a brief friendship for a month in 59 in Germany in Bad Nauheim, but then Elvis was gone for well over 2 years. So they were not a couple in 1959. Elvis was still with Anita Wood. She was in America, but Elvis also allegedly was seeing other girls. Elvis had a bloody good time in Germany, serving for his country. He was proud to serve for his country. And yes, of course he was grieving for his mum. Of course he was. Yeah, she died way too young. 46 is way too young. But it was quite a while after. I'm pretty sure 6 to 9 months, maybe longer, after the death of his mum, by the time he meets Priscilla. And Priscilla tries to give us the impression that she knew Gladys. She didn't. She also tries to give the impression that Elvis was really depressed in Germany. He wasn't. He loved his time in Germany, but of course, he missed home. He grieving for his mum, of course. Yeah. So no, Elvis wasn't running around crying his eyes out. She gives the impression he was crying his eyes out until she came along and suddenly he had someone who could speak English that he could talk to. It's rubbish, guys. There was plenty of English-speaking people staying at Bad Newhide, friends and family. Yeah. So of Elvis. Yeah. So don't fall for the storyline, the fake fairy tale, the fake narrative. Now, don't get me wrong, Elvis liked Priscilla. He did. Yeah. I'm not trying to say that things didn't happen to them in their friendship. And later, when she moves to Gracelands, yes, they became a couple. Yeah. But Elvis was a rock and roll star. He lived as a single man. In 62, 3, 4, and 5, Elvis was clearly living as a single man. Okay. So, but Priscilla knew what she was getting into. She was moving into a mansion, celebrity lifestyle with Elvis. She moved from a very humble home in Germany. Is it Weisberg? I think she stayed. I can't remember the name of it. Sorry. She moves to Gracelands. A couple of visits. Sorry. Oh no, this cold. Woo! So she visits a few times and then eventually moves in with Vernon and Dee. The rest is history. Okay? So, but Elvis lived as a single man, as far as I'm concerned, until they got engaged around Christmas in 1966. Okay? So, what does this say? Elvis was driven to Ray Barracks where he boarded a bus with other GIs that were being discharged, and they were driven to Rhine-Main Airport, Frankfurt. So I think we're given the impression that in that drive that Priscilla and Elvis, tell me if I'm wrong, Nessa, you tell me if I'm getting this wrong, that we're given the impression that Elvis was in a car with Priscilla and they drive back to be discharged. But the truth is Elvis was with the other troops. Yeah? So he was driven to Ray Barracks where he boarded a bus and other GIs were being discharged. They were driven to Rhine-Main Airport. Okay? Right, so what I did with these news articles, I posted them into ChatGPT, and then it gave me a summary. So I want to read that. Okay? I can't read these articles. They're way too small for me. So let's go. So remember, this is ChatGPT. Now I must make it clear, this is Nessa's research. Obviously not the ChatGPT article, but it's Nessa. Please join her Facebook page. Please follow it. Yeah, she's a great researcher. I'm very proud of her work. She really is a true Elvis fan, a true Elvis defender. Right, so here goes. The real story of the departure from Germany based on original 1960 newspaper reports. So this is, even though ChatGPT does this, I input information as well. Yeah, it's not just reeled off. I have to put my involvement with it. So I'm a bit poorly, so I'm just going to try and read it, okay? Got a blocked nose as well, which doesn't help. I want to share something important with everyone. These are not my own research, this is Nessa, but the collection of original 1960 newspaper articles, press reports, and photographs that clearly show what really happened when Elvis left Germany. What I'm trying to show you guys that a lot of what Priscilla Presley has said to us in the last 40 plus years has been changed, altered, may not be true, exaggerated, even made up, yeah, to suit her, twisted in favor of herself, yeah, whether it's concerning the marriage, the romance, the breakup. Priscilla likes us to believe that it was just Elvis and her and no one else. Get it? It's just not true. Priscilla likes us to think Elvis was with her at age 14 in a relationship. He wasn't, yeah? So You get it? Right. We have to question everything. Because Elvis isn't here to challenge Priscilla, we must do it as fans. Yeah? Right. The true story is very different from what has been repeated for decades, and here is what the newspapers at the time actually reported. So remember, it's very clear in here. Priscilla's version. Not the truth, her version. Now, everything I say, it's just an opinion, not a fact. This is for entertainment purposes. We are a discussion YouTube channel. Sharing opinions. Elvis was escorted out under heavy military protection. The article describes a military operation called Operator Elvis. More than 100 MPs and Air Force police were used to keep fans away. Let's have a look. To keep fans away and move Elvis quickly. So you can imagine the excitement and the hustle and bustle. Elvis, the most famous man in the world, yeah? He was taken to Ray Barracks, placed on a bus with 79 GIs, transported straight to Rhine-Main Airport, put on an Air Force military transport plane, and flown out without stopping. There was no romantic farewell. So, allegedly, but very possible, that, you know, the famous picture of Elvis looking for Priscilla, catching her eye and waving, never happened. Never happened. He was waving to the crowd. He was waving to his fans. Elvis adored his fans. Now, I don't know if this is correct, but this is what the research is showing, okay? This is what NASA has found out. Now, these articles are genuine articles, yeah? Genuine from back then, yeah? Newspaper cuttings, newspaper clips. So, okay? So now it says Priscilla was not allowed to approach him. According to the reports, Priscilla tried to run towards Elvis. The military police pulled her back. She cried because they wouldn't let her say goodbye. Elvis was already being taken to the plane. This comes from UPI, AP, and other papers printed that exact week. So, you know, this is evidence. Yeah, obviously it's in a tabloid, but it's evidence. The famous waving photos were staged after Elvis left. The well-known pictures of Priscilla smiling and waving. My brother's ringing me. I've only got 10 minutes. I'm going to ring you back. Are you coming here? Just took my car for MOT. I'm in the field with Mazzy. All right, I'll ring you back. So that's my brother. My twin. The famous waving photos were staged after Elvis left. There were well-known pictures of Priscilla smiling and waving. The newspapers proved Elvis had already flown out. Okay? These photos were taken after the plane departed, which means she wasn't waving to Elvis. It was a PR stunt. It was set up by the press, by the media, by the newspapers, by the photographers. She wasn't waving to Elvis. It wasn't a goodbye moment. The images were posed for photographs. This matches the timing described in the articles. Now remember, the whole world, this is Priscilla, where she's very clever, where she can literally manipulate the world, all people around the world, especially obviously at the time, but not just at the time, for the next 40 to 50 years, because the public never question Priscilla. The journalists never question Priscilla. The interviewers, you know, when she writes her books, people read the books, they believe every word, they hang on every word she says. They treat her like she's Elvis. They treat her like she was still married to Elvis when he died, but she wasn't. So even now, they treat her like she was Elvis's girlfriend in 1959. She wasn't. You get it? Her portrayal of her relationship with Elvis acts as if they became a proper, loving relationship from age 14. They did not. Elvis didn't see her for a few years. Elvis lived as a single man. Elvis didn't see her again until she was nearly 18. Yeah? So, the newspapers, let me just get it right. Oh, here we go. The car photo appears to be a setup. there are also photos where she suddenly is in the car with Elvis. From the sequence, Elvis is surrounded by MPs. Photographers approach. She slips into the car. Elvis looks uncomfortable. MPs move people again. The newspapers do not mention this moment, suggesting it was more of a press photo opportunity than a real event. Okay, guys? You decide for yourselves. We don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. We weren't there. Yeah? It wouldn't be amazing if someone that was actually there could tell us the truth. Yeah? Elvis' real departure was with fellow soldiers. The article says his flight included 79 soldiers, officers, luggage, military staff, not Priscilla. He was processed the same as any other GI, except for the media attention. So then we have a little list here. The confirmed facts that NESA's research came up with, and these newspaper clippings and pictures. Elvis was heavily escorted. Priscilla stopped from approaching him. She never said goodbye to him at the airport. She cried when she was held back. The waving photos were taken after Elvis had already left. The car photos looked staged for the press. Elvis departed with the soldiers, not with her. Okay, that's it, guys. So I've posted it. We haven't had any comments yet. I'll just quickly show you the press clippings. I'll read the headlines. Elvis heading for home and release from the army. If we just read the little beginning bit. Friedberg, Germany. Sergeant Elvis Presley says farewell to the US Army in Europe and goodbye to his latest girlfriend. He said the army had made a man of him and vowed he would not grow any more sideburns. So Elvis did change, didn't he? When he came out of the army, his image was tailored to suit a family audience. It was. His image was toned down. But at the same time, he started singing the beautiful ballads. We know that he came out and did GI Blues, made some albums with RCA Victor, did the Frank Sinatra show. I think there's a train journey that's very well known as well, where he gets interviewed. So the army has done wonders for me, Presley told the news conference after 18 months as a soldier in Germany. It's true what they told me when I went in. It will turn you into a man. So much so, he said that he hopes to cut down on his rock and roll singing. So Elvis wanted to change his image. He was moving with the times. Yeah, things were changing. I want to be more of an actor and less of a singer. I'm not going to let my sideburns grow, he said. I've outgrown. Yeah, so he's saying he's changed. Presley stationed with the 3rd Armoured Division in the town 25 miles from Frankfurt, carried out the last of his army duties on Tuesday. He leaves by plane for the United States Wednesday for discharge and return to his $1 million career. Yeah, back to normal, guys. And we've seen the footage when Elvis comes back. So, what does he say? One of his acts was as a GI Blues overseas, was to call Presley's. Right, so it says that he calls Priscilla when she was 16. I'm not sure about that. Let's have a look. Yeah, something silly about Priscilla saying she's too young to get married. I'm not convinced, guys. So I'm guessing that Priscilla gave this interview. Miss Beaulieu said she probably would keep in touch with Elvis after he went home. He's so handsome, she said, with a sigh. So this is Priscilla. I shall miss him. Presley's last appointment in Germany was to Captain John J. Morn as a Scranton information officer in the 3rd Armoured Division. Together, they ran over the last-minute details of Operation Elvis, which will transport the 25-year-old singer along with 78 other GI Blues to Ray Barracks, here to Rhine Main Airport, which is outside of Frankfurt. On Wednesday, Elvis is due to fly from Frankfurt to M.G. Guire Air Force Base, New Jersey, where he is expected to arrive around noon Thursday. His army duties have already ended, and they've officially ended, but he will not be separated from the service formally until Friday at Fort Dix. Okay. It's fascinating, right? Let's have a look at what this one is. Young girl's friends in tears as Elvis starts a trip home. Frankfurt, Germany. Elvis Presley, the Army's most famous sergeant, flew back to the States on Wednesday night, separated from the service. He left behind a girlfriend crying at the airport. See, this is not correct. Yes, she was crying, but she was not his girlfriend. It says that he refused to let her say goodbye. More than 1,000 Air Force German police were mustered. No, 100. Yeah, it's the same story, isn't it? Yeah? No, yeah, it's the same story. So, yeah, it's basically the articles are all the same. So, oh, here's one here. Let's see if I can read that. Dick's rolling out royal rug for Elvis's arrival. Let's have a look. Fort Dix were preparing. Let me just make this bigger. Fort Dix were preparing last night for the airborne invasion of the state of Elvis Presley. An idea of what they can expect was demonstrated by more than 3,000 Scottish and American teenagers chanting, "We want Elvis," when his plane landed at Prestwick Airport, Scotland. So we know about this, don't we? He briefly landed there, the only time he ever came to England. To refuel last night, the rock and roll singer, after 2 years in the army, left Germany yesterday and was stated to land at Maguire Air Force Base this morning. From there, he will spend 2 or 3 days at Fort Dix, being processed for separation from the service, the army says. The army says, sorry guys, the army says he will be treated like, my chest wants to cough. He will be treated like any other soldier, with a couple of notable exceptions. For one thing, unlike most soldiers, he will hold a 1-hour press conference upon arrival. Also, authorities at Dix have set aside a balcony for the use of photographers, and the service club has been hastily converted into newsroom with extra phones so reporters can flash the news of his arrival to an awaiting world. Now, we've all watched these interviews, haven't we? After the newsmen finish with him, the lengthy processing period begins. 24-year-old Sergeant flew yesterday from Frankfurt, Germany, aboard a DC-6. He left behind a girlfriend who was crying because police refused to let her say goodbye. Well, she was not his girlfriend. It says here she was 16. When Priscilla Beaulieu, the 16-year-old Texas beauty, whom Elvis has been dating, he wasn't. So no wonder the world thinks they're a couple, because the press have always portrayed her as a 16-year-old girlfriend. Now remember, for a man in his 20s to date a 16-year-old in the 1950s was completely normal. We wouldn't agree with it now. But back then, different times, everything, it was completely normal, even though he wasn't dating her. So Elvis has been dating recently in Germany. Yeah, Elvis pulled her back. Well, we've read that bit. Yeah, I think that's it. It's interesting, guys. So there's the infamous pictures. You know, we are going to be doing a lot more stuff like this, guys. Yes, I mean, this is defending, because we're trying to show that the things that were being told might not be correct. He does have a funny look on his face. Let me see if I can show you that. He doesn't look right, does he? She looks happy. I don't know, does he look tired? What do you think, guys? Put it in the comments. So, you know, to involve you guys more, do you think do you think there was that the wave was set up? Do you think Elvis did or didn't stop, turn around and wave to Priscilla to catch her eye? Because I think she puts it in her book. Or is the whole thing a scam? Is it just a fake fairy tale? I keep saying that Priscilla, her version of events, is a rewriting of history. Yeah, it's all a fake fairy tale. And that really their romance, once they did properly get together as a proper couple, was a bloody nightmare. And there was unfaithfulness from both of them. So interesting, guys. I've enjoyed this topic, actually. Thank you to Ness. Please follow her Facebook page. It's amazing. Obviously, we have a Defending Elvis Facebook page as well. There is another topic on there that I posted last night. The Elvis What Happened, the book topic. I have been doing some research. I've been listening to some interviews. So we've got Sonny West. I've been listening to his interview. I'm trying to get a better idea of what went on when they decided to write the book, Elvis What Happened. So that will be one of our topics. We are going to be doing Elaine's amazing trip to Memphis. Elaine is Team Elvis. She goes to Graceland, to Memphis, to Tupelo. I want to show you guys her pictures, her videos that were sent to me direct from Graceland. So that is another thing I want to do. This is probably the last video today, but tomorrow we'll be back to do lots more. I've got to go and get some spaghetti, some chili con carne, because my wife's mum comes every Tuesday and looks after the kids. Yeah. So I'm busy. I'm going shopping. I'm going to do one more walk with Ella. I may go live. I don't know. It doesn't matter because we've done 3 today. We've done 2 videos and 1 very long live. We did a great dog walk with Ella today. 65 minutes. I loved it. Today is our birthday. Happy 3rd birthday to Louis' World of Elvis. Yeah. I'm so glad that I made that little short that started this whole process off. I wouldn't change a thing. I know we've had a tough ride, guys, but I wouldn't change a thing because we have changed the world. Me, Team Elvis, Elvis Defenders, our movement, we have changed the world. I don't care what anyone says. No one can take that away from us. And Elvis does need defending. Take care, guys. I'm out of here. I'm going to give my brother a quick call. Yes, I'm a twin. There's 2 of us. And thank you, Nicola, for the beautiful gifts. Thank you, Cheryl, for the lovely picture and the lovely cards. So anyone that has sent me a Christmas card, thank you so much. Team Elvis, you rock. You're the best. I send you love. Good things are coming, guys. Good things are coming. You take care. Love you.